Welcome back to the homestead today, friends. Well, I planned on doing an actual video. Well, I guess this is a video, but I planned on doing something either outside or in the kitchen today. And woke up to a everyday normal kind of day. Started out just like every other day, worked for the clients. Then it took a unsettling turn. I lost a client today, and it's one of my best clients. So the day has been very emotional for me. Now you need to understand I'm a freelancer who works from home, and that is part of being a freelancer, is the whole ebb and flow of the jobs. But I can't help but feel like it came at a very bad time because I'm working so much on my preps and filling in holes. And with winter coming and shortages possibly coming, I just didn't see it as a good time. But you know, bad news never is a good time for bad news. So let me clean my teeth a little bit here. I just got done eating. So what I'm going to talk about today is Chris over at City Girl Homestead here on YouTube sent out a collab that she wants to do Thankful Thursdays every Thursday of the month of November. She wants us to talk about what we're thankful for. We can do one day, we can do 2 days, we can do all 4 days if we want to. So the collabs will come out on the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th. So this is my first entry. I don't know if I have any more. I may. It'll just depend on how I feel on the day that they happen, on the Thursday that they are. So to start out with, I'm very thankful for the life that I lead. I enjoy being a freelancer. I enjoy being able to work from home because I have so many health issues and I do have anxiety with crowds. So it is a blessing to me to be able to work from home. I am very, very thankful for my little doggy Chiggy. He is my constant companion. He is an emotional service animal, whether he's registered as one or not, and whether or not Kentucky wants to acknowledge he is, he is. I take him everywhere with me. I mean, I go nowhere without him. And I have to have him with me or else my anxiety kicks in big time. So he is an emotional service animal. And I also love him. He's a rescue, and I like to tell people that I didn't rescue him, he rescued me. He's been with me 3 years now, and he was about 3 months old when I got him. We're still working through some issues. He didn't have a very good life before he came to me, so I have to be very patient with him still to this day. I'm thankful for where I live. I live in a house that's owned by family, my Aunt Mary, and she, through the goodness of her heart, when I really needed it 14 years ago for someone to understand and help, she stepped up. I don't know how to describe my Aunt Mary other than she's always looking to do things for others, and they're always selfless, and she's happiest when she can help others. She's a very Christian individual. Her and my Uncle Ken and I'd like to thank her the reason why I was saved shortly after I moved here. And I grew up loving my Aunt Mary. I'd spend the summers with her 2 children until I turned about 16. And then, you know, you grow apart. But those are some of the best summers of my life, just being around that whole part of the family. My mom's sister, Monica, who I call Momo, lives just up the way here in the old homestead. And so I'm near her. I can remember growing up that I didn't want to go visit her when my mom wanted to. For some reason, I didn't care to visit my Aunt Monica. Since I moved here, though, I found out exactly what I've missed all these years. I feel myself sad because I missed the opportunity to know her longer. Because she's like going to be 91. My uncle, her husband, is bedfast with Alzheimer's, and it's starting to take its toll on her. And so I don't have much longer with her, and I'm grateful for every minute I get with my Aunt Mary and my Aunt Monica. And I just think that if circumstances hadn't turned the way they did 14 years ago, I wouldn't have had this time with them. I would have lost out. I'm thankful for so many things. I'm thankful for my chickens. I love my chickens. They help me with my blood pressure, believe it or not. People say they do, people say they don't. I know within 3 months after getting my chickens, I went off blood pressure meds, and I've been on for years, at least a decade. And I haven't been back on it. My blood pressure stays down. They are a very calming influence on me, and for that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my garden, being able to, I feel like when I'm in my garden, I'm closer to our Creator, and that's a nice feeling. It really is. And I like being able to plant the seeds and nurture them and watch for them to grow. It's just, if you've never gardened, it's hard to explain. It can be frustrating. It can be, I'm starting to cry here. It can be frustrating. It can be upsetting. It can be deflating. You will have times when you feel like you want to give up. This year, I tried to start seeds from seed. It just, nothing grew for me that I wanted to. But this was a bad year all the way around where we live. We didn't even have a farmer's market locally here, and we live in very rural. I mean, my town that I live outside of is about 1,500 people in the town itself. I don't know how many within the county, but we are very rural here. We're farm country. Well, you know, we live in the Appalachian Mountains, and I live up a holler. But, I mean, it just was not a good year for anyone as far as their garden. So I'm very thankful for what I did get. I have big plans for my garden this year. I knew that there was something coming down the line as far as shortages or, you know, hard times. And this is the year I'd really wanted my garden to do well. Well, every other year I've done it, which started in 2012. My Aunt Monica taught me how to garden, to garden by the moon signs and such as that, you know, the old-timey ways. And when I started in 2012, from then on to this year, I've always done relatively well. This year, when I really wanted to do well and felt that it was necessary, I didn't do as well as I wanted, but I am so thankful for what I did get. I mean, the good Lord blessed me with some stuff, and He knows what I need. And so I'm grateful for being able to build my pantry up, my larder. I'm grateful for the food I've got in the freezer, and I'm grateful for the certain skills I've learned throughout the year, as far as I'm trying to branch out in my cooking ability, because I've always just done basic cooking because I'm just not a cook. But I'm trying to get some variety going, because you know you get tired of stuff after a certain amount of time. I'm grateful for this collab from Chris. She's a great individual. I encourage you so much to check her channel out. She's trying so hard to get to 700 subscriptions before the end of this month, and I'd really like to see her get there. She is so close to getting monetized, and I really wish you would help her out. So just take a look at a few of her videos. She does a lot of cooking videos, and she'll do anything you suggest to her. Just send her, and she'll try and do whatever you suggest to have her do, and she'll do it on video for you, so you can see how it turns out. Her husband's her taste tester, Tom, and he's loved everything she's made so far. So I guess she's a really good cook from the look of it. I don't know what else to say. I'm just so thankful for where I live, what I have. Thankful that I'm still alive these 57 years later. I'm thankful that the good Lord has given me what He has. I have not always expressed my gratitude to Him like I should, and it seems like I always go to Him when things are bad, never when they're good, and I need to change that. I really do. A thankful heart is thankful at all times, through the good and the bad, and I'm trying to develop more of a thankful heart. I'm trying to change my personality. I'm just trying to change everything I do. I'm trying to live a simpler, calmer, more, I don't know how to describe it, a slower life. I was raised in the city and never had really lived what you would call in the country till I moved here. And when I first moved here, I thought, there's no way I'm going to adjust. I need to go back to the city. And then once I was here a few years, I learned the secret of living here. It's a slower, simpler life. And where I grew up in the city, everybody's in a hustle and bustle and rush. And here, not so much so. Now, for me, this doesn't apply, but these people around here, they know each other. I mean, that generations upon generations have lived around here. My mom grew up here. People knew my mother. People don't know me, but I do know a few. I've gotten to know a few people since I moved here. My Aunt Mary's introduced me to some people, really nice people. I mean, salt of the earth people. And some of her family has really taken me in, because my Aunt Mary is is a married-in aunt. So, but she treats me just as if I was blood, as if I was her own daughter. And she takes care of me. She does. She looks out for me. So I guess that's what I'm thankful for this week. That's a lot. And I start crying when I start talking about how thankful I am, because I truly am, from the bottom of my heart, thankful for everything I have. I'm thankful for those who have subscribed to my channel, those who view it. It's not really, I'm not really worried about monetizing it, and I'm not really worried about how many people view it. It's nice when people do, because they show an interest, but it's more for me to have a way of seeing how I progress in this life that I've chosen to lead. And I'm thankful for the ability to be able to videotape it and put it onto the internet to store it. So I'm grateful for that as well. So now that I've talked your ear off, I guess I'll let you go. I hope that you'll come back and visit me in future videos, and we'll see if I do a Thankful Thursday next week. Bye, guys.